What's up, everybody in the YouTube world? This is Barnum11970. Thank you, as always, for watching my videos. Whether you agree with me or not, I thank you. For those of you who have made respectful comments to where we could talk back and forth and we can educate each other, I appreciate that. For those who feel like I'm attacking Bitcoins, let me just say this, because I understand that people can get emotionally attached to things. When I talk about Bitcoins, I don't believe in them. It doesn't matter what anybody tries to sell me. If I don't believe in something, it's not going to resonate with me. When it comes to a digital currency that the people cannot even find out who really created it, there's suspicion. There is untrust. There is potential manipulation. Anything can happen with a computer. So you can have all of these wonderful Bitcoins that you worked very hard to get and spent a lot of your hard-earned money to purchase, only to have them wiped out. I mean, look what the government has done with things like MF Global. It is very easy for them to take something that you don't hold in your hand. So I want people to understand, I am all for us destroying the Federal Reserve, destroying the US dollar, getting rid of these shitty banks, and trying to find a better way. I understand that. And I know people get so emotionally attached to something that they believe in that they feel anything that goes against what they believe in is an attack. So if that's the case, if you perceive that from me, I apologize, because that's not what I'm talking about. I see things from different perspectives when it comes to things like this. I get that spidey sense kind of thing when I deal with people and listen to people. I've been a licensed massage therapist since 1995. I'm an expert on body language and being able to perceive how people generally are. Now, that's by hearing what they say, reading what they really mean, and telling whether somebody's a good-hearted person, a greedy son of a bitch, a murderer, or a confused person. When I hear Max Keiser talk about Bitcoins, he talks about it in a way that leads me to say, stay away from it. He has said that he is a Bitcoin millionaire, which means he bought tons of them. And he bought low, because he wouldn't have bought at $30, $40, $50 and brag about being a millionaire about the Bitcoins. What he is doing is he's pumping it up. For him to say that Bitcoins could go to $1 million a piece is irresponsible, and all it's doing is dangling a carrot in front of the mule, getting it to follow. I want people to save their money and not have it stolen from them. Our government is corrupt. Look what they did with Libya. Look what they did with Gaddafi. Research these things. Gaddafi was going to make a coin that was going to have a gold-backed system. And what did our government do? They murdered him, because that's their way of saying you're not going to overtake the US dollar. When John F. Kennedy tried to issue Executive Order 11110, which is basically bypassing the Federal Reserve and having the United States of America create its own money, which is really what we should be doing, he was executed. So people need to understand. Look what they're doing to physical gold and silver, how J.P. Morgan is allowed to manipulate the paper price and dump in as much paper as they want to suppress the price of physical gold and silver. Why? Because they view it as a threat. Right now, they're not really doing anything to Bitcoins, or maybe they are behind it. I mean, can anybody tell me who's behind the creation and why it has to be secret? And when people like Alex Jones actually asked Max Keiser, well, are you that person? He didn't deny it. Doesn't that concern you? You're using your hard-earned money, and I know not everybody out there that stacks Bitcoins or gold and silver or stocks have millions of dollars to play with. So when I talk about Bitcoins, I'm not trying to attack you as a person. Now, I get some really nasty comments back and lots of insults. Considering I haven't insulted anybody, that is not the proper way to have communication. Now, I was very emotionally involved with my silver back in the days of the Max Keiser, of all peoples, crash J.P. Morgan buy silver. I didn't know what I know now back then. And I don't regret it, but I would have done things a lot different if I would have not been emotionally involved with his guarantees. And he's profiting off of your money. And I am one of those people that I care about everybody, including those who don't like me, who hate me, who wish bad things on me. I don't want anybody to lose money. We all have to work together and unite. So if I came across as insulting, I'll apologize. I'm man enough to understand I don't know as much about Bitcoins as some people do. But that doesn't mean I trust them either. When you can't tell me who creates them, when it's something you can't hold in your hand, when it's something that's only been around for a few years and hasn't had a test of anything, I stay away from it. It's a fiat currency. It's not backed by anything. There is no other use for Bitcoins. I mean, silver, if I wanted to, I could melt it down and turn it into a spear. So if somebody tried to rob my house, I could take care of them with my silver spear. You could create things with silver. There is a need for it. There is a reason why countries are storing gold. They're not storing bitcoins. So I get it. People want an alternative system. But when you have people like Max Kaiser and others who are just salesmen, who are getting people's emotions so into having to get it, you have to get it, that it makes what he bought at a low price skyrocket. And one day, mark my words, he's going to turn around, he's going to sell them all, and he's going to have so many bitcoins that you're going to watch the price plummet. And what you spent your hard-earned money on to try and save yourself is going to be gone. And I don't want that for anybody. You have to be careful. This is a digital currency. You cannot hold it in your hands. And also, if you know anything about the Constitution, if you know anything about the the Coinage Act of 1792, it clearly states that only gold, silver, and copper are real money. So even paper dollars are technically illegal. So if you don't think the U.S. government and the Federal Reserve, which is a private-owned bank, is going to allow another currency to kill the dollar, you're mistaken. They will either control it, regulate it, tax the hell out of it, or ban it, or totally destroy it. If you don't think that's the future of this currency, I don't know what to tell you. They are not scared of bitcoins. They are scared about physical gold and silver. And that's why countries are asking for their gold back. They're not stocking or stacking bitcoins. And I'll tell you this much. Mark my words, because I am a man of integrity. If people that have been watching my videos for a while will know this. If I am proven wrong about bitcoins, and 5 years down the line they are the thing that destroy the Federal Reserve, and everybody loves them, and it's a great investment, I will be the first person to make a video and stand up and say, I was wrong. I wonder how many people on the other side, if bitcoins get destroyed, would do the very same thing and say, you know what, Chris? You were actually right. So, again, I understand why people want an alternative to the dollar. I get it. But to go from one fiat currency to another is not the best way to go. Divide and conquer has got to stop. We all have to work together. So if you don't agree with me, talk with me. You think I'm not educated in something? Educate me. But you're not going to convince me to buy something or invest in something I don't believe in. But I'm not emotionally attached to what I have. That's part of me is long gone. Back in 2011, when I saw what people like Max Kaiser did, using their used car salesman technique to build up on your emotions, build up on your greed, and make you think things in a different way so they can become wealthy, I learned a lot in those 2 years. So yes, I stack gold and silver, but I'm not married to it. If I found out tomorrow gold and silver was a crappy investment, I would sell every ounce of it and I would make a video telling everybody to do the same. So don't be married to your investment. Understand why you're doing it. If you're doing it to become wealthy, you're doing it for the wrong reasons. And that's why you get suckered in, because they are looking for those greedy people. My gold and silver is not to make me wealthy, it's to protect my wealth. Big difference. So I want to know honestly why people are investing in Bitcoin. Be honest, because if you can't be honest, then you're not an honest person. And then how can we really believe in your integrity of why you did something? I am not getting gold and silver to become wealthy. If that happens, that's wonderful. But what I am doing with gold and silver is protecting my wealth. They can't steal what is mine. Let's leave it at that. Fair enough? Thanks for watching. Peace.